Well, my opening comments, it's nice to come in here actually after the girls speaking, because that's what it's about, to be able to hear their thoughts and to kind of see them as kind of locked in as they are, ready almost for the next step. It's very important that they enjoy this, and that's, as a coach, that's what you know, we really don't get that many opportunities to kind of see them do that. Man, I don't think any of us have kind of put the match completely behind us, so you can see that everyone's still kind of intense in a way, and that's a credit to the match overall. It's a credit to South Carolina. They were extremely good, extremely tough, especially after a 4-hour, 10-minute match yesterday. Their coach is one of my best friends in life, and it's just amazing how small a world. He actually lived in my house in Charlottesville for a period of time, so it's a little bittersweet in that regard, but man, I'm really proud of him and his team, and I'm extremely proud of our kids. That was not easy. It's once again with the doubles point in hand. This is much like our match in January indoors. We won the doubles point, and then they battled us to where it was the smallest of margins. But you know, you could look at every single court and break it all down. I think Stephanie, since she was in here talking, she actually played a game style that's not her primary game style. And for that kid to have the willingness and the confidence in us as coaches to do that, and specifically, I mean, she probably finished 35–40% of the points at the net. And Steph is not a net player per se, so that's remarkable. Credit to Blevins that's how you have to play her if you're going to be able to beat that kid, because she can play all day with you. And then Danielle, and I think speaking to her getting her mind right, even in the toughest of moments, a set and 3-0 down after having a set point in the first set. And she didn't do anything wrong. She actually played a great first set. I really thought she was about to separate herself in the first set, and then it just didn't go her way. Fortunately, Julia won a close first set right at the same time, so I think that helped keep the momentum. But that little rain break, you know, Dee was down a set and 3-love, and she came back and won. What did she win? Probably about 7 or 8 games in a row, maybe, or maybe not that many, but several. And remarkable to see her keep hitting the ball that big, that offensively, with everything that was on the line. So it all bodes well. Over the course of the weekend, everyone had a part in it. Everyone, you know, win or lose, doubles, singles, it was a group effort. And even our kids that aren't playing matches, Taylor Wingo's out there on crutches, she had a part in it. I could hear her voice, and I could hear her supporting her team, and that all pays off. So I want to thank the fans as well, thank all the people that helped during the regional, and thank you guys for covering us as well.
From a momentum point of view, was it kind of feeling that 1 and 2 especially were going to be battles, the way it was playing out, to get Macy and Steph to kind of get those wins and get those points on the board early on to keep the momentum going?
Yeah, it was critical. I really felt like it was a match that you always know there can be swings, but it looked like 3 and 3 in the singles, and so we needed to keep winning where we were winning, and they kind of needed to, and then it actually switched. Danielle's court switched. I still think Julia was going to pull that out. All credit to Lachimia, tough player, a lot of experience, but it kind of looked like, you know, you just needed to lock in and kind of keep going and not rush anything at the same time. So, but Steph and Macy getting it done, of course, that really helped keep our belief strong, and I think the optimism that we could get over that hurdle, which was South Carolina, very, very tough. So.
What did you talk to the team about during the rain delay?
Number one, it's tricky because you come into a colder building, and it sounds crazy, but the main thing was, look, put a shirt on, put a towel around, don't cool down too much, because we knew the rule is if it's not more than a 15-minute delay, you don't get a warm-up. So you need to get in there and loosen up and relax, but stay warm. And they listened. They did a good job, and we were fortunate, I think, that the delay wasn't longer than that. And they came out and really did. It kind of ties into what Julia spoke to yesterday. When we have a chance to plan and think about what we're doing, that gave us another chance to do that without overanalyzing things. The team does better. And so I'm really proud of them, and most of that's coming from them. They're sharing thoughts with us, and I do take a lot of pride, myself and Troy, that we're sharing good information with them. But we can't do that unless they allow it. So I was proud of that moment, and then how they came out and really implemented a little bit more what we were talking about. I felt like Danielle started to see that Daly maybe on the backhand was going to have a few more errors, and at the same time you don't want to take Danielle out of her natural patterns, but you do want to exploit if a side starts missing, and I think she did that really, really well.
And what's it mean for you to get the program back to the 16?
It's important. You know, this is a heck of a department and a heck of a program, and it's for the kids. You know, that number one, they're going to get now to experience really what I think is the best part of their sport, which is the round of 16, the way we have this organized where the men and women get to go together and play all at one site. It's just remarkable. We're going to most likely, and you guys may know better than me, Baylor, I think, would be the team if the seedings hold. There you go. Well, that's all right. But, you know, one thing we had talked about, number one, this was a really tough regional. VCU is not a 4 seed. That's a team that could play as a 2 seed in a lot of regions. Princeton showed they were darn good, and South Carolina is as good as a lot of 1 seeds, no question, including as good as us, basically. So we have an opportunity, I think, to be the most confident team heading through it, and I really mean that. We did a great job at ACCs, and now we're winning a tough regional. And if it is Baylor, at Baylor, I mean, what's going to be more exciting than that? A 7 p.m. match on a Friday night at their place. And all I know is we had to go there with 4 kids because of an illness situation at the beginning of the year. And that wasn't with Danielle and Julia. So we'll take our 7 or 8 kids and go there full strength, and I think that would be a blessing to start with. And we're going to enjoy it. We're going to enjoy the process. It means a lot. It's important. Our department's strong, a lot of teams in the top 10 in the country, and we want to continue to be right there with them.